Hello, everybody. My name is Paul McMillan II, and welcome to another live New York session. It's October 10th, 2022. So before we get started, let's go ahead and check the news. And as we can see, we only have some small major news this afternoon at 1:35 p.m. for the USD. Other than that, we're in the clear, so that's good. So I'm going to actually mark up gold. So we're going to start from the 15-minute time frame to the 4-hour time frame, marking up supply and demand market structure. Let's get started. All right, so as we can see, there was a major supply up to this point. So let me change this to yellow. Excuse me. And of course, there was also a major supply up here as well. So this is a good key level. When we look at price here, we can see that price hit a major supply, and ever since then, it's pushed all the way down to these demand levels down here. And that's when buyers started taking advantage of buying low, buying price low. Of course, when price hit these major demand areas, it also hit a supply zone up here, and that's what pushed price down to another supply zone that held at this point. And then, of course, we saw a little bit of supply here, and that's why price respected it and pushed it all the way up here. So now what I'm going to do is actually mark up my zones in these areas. So I'm going to make this yellow. So now you can see how price is respecting these areas. So now let's go ahead and move to the 30-minute. So now you can see that price respected this as a very solid supply zone, and that's what pushed price all the way down to these demand levels here. And that's when price, buyers started to buy price low. Another demand that held here, so it held here, pushed up and held here, and pushed price all the way up to this supply zone up here. And of course, price respected the same supply zone as the demand where price was previously up to here. So these are some valid areas. And then of course, we see a solid demand zone here because price hit that, usually rejected that, and then pushed price to hit this. And then when price finally came back up to this level, respected and pushed price all the way back up to here. So these are definitely solid areas. I forgot to change this to green actually. Let me do that. I want to mark up my zones in these areas. Right. Okay, so that was good. It's this. So now we want to move on to the 1 hour. We're basically going to rinse and repeat. So we see how price respected this, broke through this last supply zone. But then obviously there was another base supply zone here that held, and that's what pushed price further down. And so you can see that there is a major demand level here, and that's what pushed price all the way up to this level. So you can see that there is major demand supply here. And of course, price rejected that supply there. And there was strong supply demand here as well. So now we're going to mark this up. All right. So now we're going to move on to the 4 hour. And so when we look at current price here, we can definitely see that there is a major demand down here. Change this to, that's what pushed price up. It's been in an uptrend ever since then. So see there's a demand here. Price is respecting the supply zone. It might be rejected or it might to go up, or it might be rejected to go down. But either way, price respected that area. So let's draw my zones here. So now what we're going to do is, now of course we see that price get a major supply up here. So sellers looked at this as a very great opportunity to sell high, because price got up all the way to this point and then went down. But there's a possibility that price could be rejecting this area and ready to go back up again. So it could be overall bullish, or price could reject this area and go back down. So let's go to the smaller time frame to see what price is doing. So price continued to go down, but it looks like it's pretty much oversold at this point. So there's a possibility that price could start to reverse up. Let's go to the 30-day. Yeah, so we're starting to see some wick rejection down there. So at this point, now you see that price, what I'm thinking price is probably going to do, and I'm going to kind of bring this up to here, push it all the way to here. We had a good supply zone up here. Price rejected it very well. My guess is that price is probably going to drop a little bit more down to here to become oversold. So I would say that price is overall bearish. So there's probably another supply zone here, but I'm going to probably push it down here. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is wait for the 915 candle to close, but I'm looking for price to possibly maybe go down to here and create a swing low, then reverse and go up. So I can catch the sell going down to here and then catch it going up. That's what I'm thinking at this point. Possibly where it could end up going. This was a last structure here. I'm probably going to be going for the sell. So let me pause this recording. Then once the 9:15 candle closes, then we'll start planning the trade. So we have about a little bit, we have about 15 seconds till the 9:15 candle closes. So thinking about going for the sell. So I'm probably going to put my entry up to here. And then I'm expecting price to maybe pull back a little bit up to here and then maybe come back down. So if it does, from here, how many points? But if it decides to close off the next candle and it starts from down here, then I'm planning on getting all of this down here, then maybe all this liquidity down here before it goes into the swing low. That's what I'm going to be looking for at this point. And the Delorean is sticking out to the yellow. So it's probably going to sell some more. I'm looking forward to maybe pull up to maybe here and then go down. To this. We'll probably see if price comes up and tests the zone and go down, or if it's going to break through and pop back up. That's what I'm going to use that as a basis. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set my alerts, my take profit, and then we'll see what happens at the 9:30 bell. Be right back. All right, so now our alarms and take profit points are set. So basically what we're going to do is just pay attention to the price action. We will see if we're correct in our analysis. I'm thinking that price is more likely going to probably test this area and then drop down, create a swing low, and then so that's what I'm thinking. But just in case if we're wrong, the price decides to start pushing up past this point, talking about here, then I'm just going to buy. And we'll see. So we have 10 minutes before the 9:30 bell closes. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my stop loss and take profit in for short, and we'll see what happens. Let me do that real quick now. $16.86. First stop loss. 16. So I got that put in. So we'll see. It will look like it's kind of dropping now. Probably wait for the next candle. Smart thing to do. Be right back. All right, so we have 20 seconds until the 9:30 bell. So let's see what happens, folks. Let's see if we are correct. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. I'm thinking that price is probably going to come back up and test this area and then drop. That's what I'm thinking. So 9:30 candle is closed. Let's see what price decides to do. Be right back. So the light price is dropping. It might have got me into a bear trap though. Shoot. Already in drawdown. Crap. Might have messed up, but we'll see. Let me pause this recording. We'll see what happens. There's a possibility that price could be buying up. This demand zone here is holding. So doesn't surprise me, but I could be wrong. Could be holding this area. So it could be holding this area. This candle just closed. We'll see what happens. Okay, I executed a buy trade. So let's see what happens here. Then I'll resume this recording if I start profiting. Be right back. All right, so price bought up a little bit. So I made $238. The first partial, $10 on the second partial, and then minus $90 for the loss that I experienced going in this sell. So I made $158, so not bad. So let me document the results, and then I'm going to pause this recording and show you guys the results. Be right back. All right, so I went ahead and documented my results. So it looks like price went up probably at least 300 points or close to it. So let me go ahead and share my phone screen here. All right, so as you can see, this is my prop trading account for Funded Trader Plus. And as you can see, of course, I got into the sell, but price ended up going the other direction, so that's fine. So I cut my losses early, only a $90 loss. That's nothing to me. Made it back with a $238 profit on the first partial trade, and then $10 on the second partial trade. So $158 there. So in trading, as long as your wins are bigger than your losses, you're good to go. So that's always a plus. So let me go ahead and share my main screen here. Now there's a possibility that price might start to sell, maybe go down here, swing high, swing low and then go up, or it might retest this area and continue to push up. But we made some money, so that's good on this trade. So I'll probably do a back testing session later on. So stay tuned for that. See you guys later.